Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. If you are new, welcome, and if you're not new, thank you so much for coming back for another video. In today's video, we are doing a little bit of a makeup playtime, hopefully a condensed makeup playtime. All right, we're hopping into the Blue Moon palette by ColourPop. I did pick this up when they released it, thought it was really cute, and yeah, wanted to try out a blue palette. All right, thought it would be a nice thing to bring to the channel in case any of you are interested. So if you're interested in seeing my first impressions of the Blue Moon ColourPop palette, and if you want to see how I achieved this look, then definitely stay tuned. Alright you guys, face is done and eyes have been prepped, and we're going to get into this first impression, the Blue Moon palette. I picked this up like almost a month ago and I have not used it. I've been meaning to do a little quick minute with it or like a makeup playtime, something like that. It was during that sale when I got the main squeeze palette, the red one. I picked this one up too, and it came with two, like I did a little set that came with two pencil liners. The outside, Blue Moon, 9-pan palette, and here is the inside and the shadows. So we're going to be getting a blue look. The other looks that I've done that are blue based on my channel have tended to be a little bit more blue green versus like true blue, and this is like true blue. Okay, so yeah, let's get into it. All right, I'm gonna hop into the dark color first, which is not what I typically do, but we're gonna try it. Clued In, this is the darkest shade in the palette. Putting this in the crease. This is a synthetic brush from Wet n Wild. I'm pressing this down into the crease. And the way this brush is cut, it's a synthetic brush. The way it's cut, I don't want to do too much dragging because I don't want to flick any blue eyeshadow like onto my, like the inner portion of my nose, because that has happened before. All right, so that has some nice pigmentation. I feel like with my skin tone though, rather than showing up as a true navy, it's showing up a little bit blue-green, and this brush is like clean. I didn't have to clean any shadow off of this. This is a freshly washed and dried brush. So, all right, I'm gonna go into Starry Eyed. This is a like light sky blue. And with a fluffier brush, I'm taking this on the edge to blend. What are you guys thinking about this so far? I feel like it's blending out pretty, but I think it's also like somehow covering up the dark blue, which is interesting because a lot of times when you go in with your dark color and then the light color to blend it out, it doesn't cover the dark color. You know, you can still see the dark color, but this one, it looks like it kind of covered it up a little bit, so that's interesting. I'm reapplying some of the dark blue shade, Clued In. I'm gonna take that fluffy brush that we used before, not adding any additional color, and just blending again. And then any excess, I'm just blending over into the rest of the crease area. Let's see about the shade Moonlight. This is the lightest blue tone in the palette. And I'm just taking that on the very edge of the blue shades to see if it does anything as far as adding additional blend. I think this is really nice. Keeping that dark blue concentrated and doing that gradient. I think that looks good. 4 metallics in this palette, and I'm trying to decide which one I want to use. Alright, so what I'm going to do now to make sure that these metallics pop is I'm going to put down my glitter glue. Okay, pat that down till it's sticky. Alright, so before I do my metallics on the lid, I'm going to put down some powder, some loose powder, my RCMA No Color powder. Alright, so now I'm going to take Mad About You. This is the dark navy metallic, and I'm putting this on the outer area of the lid, out to the outer V a little bit, you know, just bringing that right up to where we started putting that dark blue matte shade. Next, I'm going in with Billie Jean. This is a beautiful shade. I couldn't not use this shade. It is stunning. The metallic shine that is in this shade is just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And I'm just taking a little more of that and lightly tapping over Mad About You to make sure there's a blend. Okay, so the interesting thing though, when I put these shades on my lid, I really see the fact that this crease area is looking more blue-green than true blue, which is not what I was looking for. If I wanted to use blue-green, then I would have gone into the Oceanic palette or into the Affinity 2 palette from Certify. So kind of disappointed that it's not showing up as true blue on me. Once again, you know, I thought that it was turning around, that it actually looked blue, but it's not looking real blue. It's looking blue-green, which is not what I was going for with my look. Alright, so in order to get that to look a little bit more actually blue in the crease, I'm taking some of that Mad About You and on my brush adding that into the crease. And I know a lot of people would say, well, you're not supposed to put metallics in the crease. Well, hey, that's what I'm doing. It's kind of like a makeup playtime, okay? Because while it's in, I just put that in the crease, when I look at it like from far away, it's not giving me a whole bunch of shine or shimmer that's like catching the light in the crease, if you know what I'm saying. Because it has that dark blue undertone to it, like that dark blue base. It's still showing up like it's an appropriate crease color. So I think that worked out better. Alright, and so I'm going to try to make the like transition area a little bit more true blue. So I'm going to go to Dabadi, whatever kind of name is this, and then add this. This one is more of like a sky blue. So maybe I should have used that as transition instead of starry-eyed. Alright, now I'm going to go in on my finger with Lumi. This is like a purple, blue, like duochrome toned shade. I'm putting that right down the center of my lid. Basically right on that transition between the silver and the dark blue metallic. And this just gives a nice subtle, like, ooh, catching the light, girl. Wow, that's really pretty. Just added a little bit something extra to the look. Really nice. Alright, so I'm going to go with Dabadi. God, what kind of name is that? And then I'm going to take this on the lower lash line. I'm going to go with the blue liner that came with the palette, like the little set that I bought. This is called DTLA, the Gel Cream Liner. This is a blue liner, and I'm going to put this in the waterline. And then actually take this on that lower lash, like kind of smudge this on the lower lash line. I'm going to smudge this on my top lash line. So I did add a little bit of a wing with this pencil liner. This one works a little bit better than the burgundy one that I have. It went on a little creamier, just based on what I remember from using my burgundy liner in my main squeeze palette look. So, alright, I'm going to do mascara and do my other eye, and I will be back to show you guys the final look. Alright guys, here is the final look. I do want to point out to you that I did take some silver liner, another liner from ColourPop. Let's see. Another cream gel liner, BFF cream gel liner in the shade Kicker. So I took that all basically around this entire inner corner, dragging it, or adding that liner up until this portion of the lower lash line, and then on top of that, on the inner corner, I took that same silver shade that I used on the lid and put it there to make it pop, because it has a subtle difference in undertone, this silver liner does, than the shade that we used on the lid. So I wanted to share that with you guys. But other than that, everything that I did with you guys on camera, I did the same thing on the other side, and here's the final eye look. So and just in case anyone asks, I actually just have on a lip balm. I've got a little bit of lip liner just to define the lips a little bit, but this is the Kopari. Actually, I don't know, it's like some lip treatment, but they have colors, and I decided to get the shade Hibiscus. And yeah, I like the way this look turned out. And I'm gonna show you guys some swatches right now. But unlike the main squeeze palette, I feel like this has a nice variation of blue tones in it. There isn't a lot of overlap, at least from what I can see here just looking at the palettes. But I did, like I had mentioned to you guys while I was doing the eyes, that some of these are leaning a little bit greenish blue rather than a true blue. So I think if I wanted to keep it true blue, maybe go in with this, maybe with Dabadi Include In, those will give me the true blue. But when I use this shade, it's called Starry Eyed. When I use Starry Eyed and Clued In, I got more of that blue-green effect versus true blue. So yeah, I just have to keep that in mind, because I think that just it mixing with my skin tone, that it's coming off a little bit blue-green. So, and that's not really what I was going for, but in the end, I think I do have more of a, true blue look. I like how Mad About You was able to be used in the crease, blended nicely into that crease, and, gave more of that blue effect that I was looking for on top of that Clued In shade. And this Lumi shade is really a beautiful shade. I like how, it looks white. It looks white in the pan, but it has a nice, like, shift to it. And I don't know if you can see it on camera as well, like, by itself. But when I added it to this eyeshadow look, it just gave that nice, like, bright blue effect to the look. So yeah, more so than when I was getting just by using Billie Jean on its own. So yeah, so far, I'm liking it. Of course, this is not everyday look. Once again, you have to be wanting to get a blue eyeshadow look with this palette. Not every day at all. You can use this as a companion palette to a more neutral palette if you want to just add some pops of blue in occasionally, to spice up your looks. But yeah, I think this is, once again, like I said, for the main squeeze palette, if you're curious about blue eyeshadow and you don't want to spend a lot of money on a palette, I think this is a good option, a good starter option. The quality of the palette, or the quality of the eyeshadows, is there. Just like I said with main squeeze, there aren't any issues with the quality. ColourPop does a great job with their eyeshadows. I didn't have any patchiness or any strange dark lines showing up. Okay, everything blended nicely together, and I got the high shine with these metallics with a glitter glue. I did not try them, obviously, you guys saw I didn't try them at all without a glitter glue. So I would recommend you use a glitter glue. I didn't experience a lot of fallout or hardly any fallout with the matte shades, but when I went in with my finger for the metallics, I did see fallout. So I'm very happy that I decided to put that powder underneath my eyes to catch that fallout. So just be aware of that, but it's not anything major. And other than those items, other than those talking points or whatever, I don't think I have anything else to comment on about this palette. I think it's a good palette if you like blue. Okay, so you guys let me know what you think about this look, definitely. All right, and do you have this Blue Moon palette? They come out with so many, I don't be remembering the names. Okay, do you like the blue ColourPop palette? All right, do you have it? Do you like it? Would you consider getting it? I know some of my people on here, you guys, some of you are just like no to the blues, no to the greens. Okay, but I like to experiment. All right, so definitely let me know your thoughts, okay, in the comment section. We can have a little conversation, okay? And if you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want to see more content from me, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I upload videos 3 to 4 times per week, all right? I will be talking to you guys really, really soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. See ya.